Before retiring in 2017, Mr. James Weiss spent 45 years as a financial analyst and senior portfolio manager, among several other positions within the field. After graduating from Marquette University in Wisconsin with a Bachelor of Arts in 1968, Mr. Weiss served in the U.S. Army for 2 years and then earned his Master of Business Administration from the Wharton School at the University of Pennsylvania in 1972. It was while at Wharton that he was most inspired, specifically by Art Letcher, who served as director of admissions at the school. Mr. Weiss saw how happy, successful, and respected Mr. Letcher was, and witnessing him at the pinnacle of his profession stimulated the young college student, encouraging him to emulate the man's personal characteristics. His openness, optimism, and hard work ethic became Mr. Weiss's key traits for getting things done in a successful fashion. While Mr. Letcher became a strong professional mentor for him, Mr. Weiss owes a majority of his success to his father, Harold Cornelius Weiss, as well, whose conduct in the business world served as a great influence. According to Mr. Weiss, his father was as honest as the day is long, and he has always held him in high regard. Another early influence on Mr. Weiss's career was a Massachusetts-based radiologist named Francis Van Houten, who he met on arriving to the East Coast. He admired the man's dedication and saw him as very bright and jovial, but also extremely serious and focused when it came to making tough decisions. Mr. Weiss began his career in 1972 as a credit analyst at Provident National Bank in Philadelphia and a partner and senior portfolio manager at Stein, Rowe & Farnham Investment Counsel in Chicago. He remained at the firm for 20 years, rising to partner, first vice president, principal, and senior vice president by the time he left in 1992. He went on to serve as executive vice president and senior portfolio manager at IDS Advanced Group Incorporated in Minneapolis from 1993 to 1995, before serving as president and chief investment officer at IDS Equity Advisors for a year. He then became Senior Vice President, Deputy Chief Investment Officer of Equities, Deputy Head of Equities, and Executive Vice President of the Management Committee of the State Standard Research and Management Company from 1995 to 2002. He served as President of Weiss Capital Management Incorporated from 2002 to 2015. He ran his own firm before becoming a senior portfolio manager at Segal, Bryant & Hamill in Chicago for 2 years, retiring in 2017. Additionally, Mr. Weiss served on the board of directors at Trop & Company in Chicago and vice president of Stein Rowe Cash Reserves Fund from 1982 to 1987. Most recently, he was a consultant to the investment committee of Coveris in Boston from 2004 to 2016. Outside of his primary endeavors, Mr. Weiss has acted as commissioner of the Glenview Zoning Board, trustee for the Glenview Village Board, chairman of the Marquette University Executive Senate, and was on the founding board of directors for the Glenview Education Foundation. He was also board president for the Wright Farm Condo Association and the South Cove Association. An authority in his field, Mr. Weiss has also shared his expertise via the written word, co-authoring Handbook of Cash Flow and Treasury Management in 1987, as well as contributing to numerous articles for professional journals relating to finance. He has also served as a reliable consultant on financial and investment matters for print media, television, and radio. He was a guest host on the long-running Fox Business Network program, Wall Street Walk with Louis Ruckeiser. As a testament to his prowess and various accomplishments within his field, Mr. Weiss received a Marquette University National Service Award in 1995, and in order to maintain his reach and expand his knowledge in finances, he has been a member of the Investment Counsel Association, Chartered Financial Analyst Institute, Boston Analyst Society, and Marquette University Board of Trustees. He has also been affiliated with the Indian River Country Club, Boston College Club, and North Shore Country Club. Looking back at his career, Mr. Weiss is most proud of his ability to develop very strong relationships with his clients, not only in terms of financial security, but also as an advisor in a number of topics over a long period of time. He has had clients that have been with him for more than 20 years, and by creating a stable client base, he was able to consistently attract new business for his firms and himself. But the most important aspect of it all was how beneficial the relationship was for his clients, Mr. Weiss says. Throughout his career full of achievements, pride, and productivity, Mr. Weiss has prided himself on maintaining a strong moral compass and striving to do what's best for his clients. He hopes to leave behind a legacy of integrity and honesty in his work and urges future generations to follow in his lead. If you make a mistake, face up to it, Mr. Weiss advises, noting the importance of honesty and dependability in his field. If you say that you're going to do something, do it. Otherwise, let the person know that you are not able to do it. It goes back to honesty.